In the southeastern United States, Lake Lanier in Georgia is known for its beauty. Its calm waters, picturesque views, and popularity as a boating and fishing spot. But beneath this serene surface lies a history so dark and twisted that it has become one of America's most notorious haunted locations. Thousands visit yearly, oblivious to the lake's tragic past and the paranormal phenomena that baffle locals and visitors alike. But this isn't just a ghost story about an old, forgotten tragedy. This tale takes an unexpected turn, where the spirits themselves seem to exact their vengeance on the living in ways no one saw coming. To understand the origins of Lake Lanier's haunting, you have to go back to the 1950s. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers decided to build a man-made reservoir to provide water and electricity to the region. To do this, they flooded entire towns, displacing hundreds of families and submerging cemeteries, churches, and homes underwater. Thousands of bodies were left undisturbed in their graves, now at the bottom of the lake. Local lore suggests that the spirits of those left behind didn't take kindly to their resting places being disturbed. Soon after the lake was created, strange things began to happen. One of the most famous ghost stories tied to Lake Lanier is that of the Lady of the Lake. In 1958, two young women, Delia Parker Young and Susie Roberts, were to cross the bridge near the lake one foggy night when their car swerved off the road and plunged into the water. For months, no one could find the car or the bodies. Then, months later, a fisherman discovered the decomposed body of Delia Parker Young floating near the lake's shores. But something was off. Her hands were missing, and she had no toes. Locals were horrified, and rumors spread that her ghost, now referred to as the Lady of the Lake, haunts the bridge and the shoreline, searching for her missing body parts. Many have reported seeing a woman in a blue dress wandering near the bridge, only to disappear into the mist. But here's where things get eerie. Susie Roberts, Delia's friend, was missing for over 30 years. It wasn't until 1990 that construction workers found her car at the bottom of the lake, with her skeletal remains still inside. Despite the discovery of Susie's body, sightings of the Lady of the Lake continue to this day, leading many to believe that Delia's spirit is still restless. Lake Lanier's spooky reputation doesn't end with the Lady of the Lake. There have been hundreds of unexplained drownings and accidents over the years. Experienced swimmers have reported feeling invisible hands grabbing their ankles, pulling them under the water. Boats have inexplicably overturned, and entire groups of people have vanished, only to be found drowned later in places where no one thought to look. There are even stories of ghostly figures appearing on boats or jet skis, only to vanish into thin air moments later. Visitors who dare to camp by the lake often report hearing eerie laughter or whispering voices in the dead of night. The drownings are so frequent that people have started referring to Lake Lanier as cursed. Despite its calm surface, many who venture into the water never make it out alive. Here's where the story takes a terrifying twist. In recent years, a strange and disturbing pattern has emerged at Lake Lanier. Many of the people who drown or go missing share an eerie similarity. They have some personal connection to the displaced families from when the lake was created. In 2020, a man named David Harris drowned while boating with friends. It was later discovered that his grandparents were among those forced to leave their homes when the lake was first created. The Harris family had lived on the land that was submerged, and many believe David's death was not an accident, but rather a result of the spirits seeking retribution. This pattern repeats itself. A woman who disappeared while swimming in 2015 was later found to be a descendant of one of the church members, whose graves now lie beneath the lake. Another man, who vanished while fishing in 2018, had great-grandparents buried in one of the submerged cemeteries. Locals are now starting to believe that the lake isn't just haunted by random spirits. It's specifically targeting the descendants of those who once lived on the land, pulling them under the water in a macabre act of vengeance. As more incidents occur, people are starting to avoid Lake Lanier, fearing that the lake is truly cursed. Though the authorities insist that the drownings are accidents, there are too many coincidences for the locals to ignore. Each new tragedy only adds to the fear that the spirits of the displaced are exacting their revenge in a methodical, chilling manner. To this day, ghost hunters and paranormal investigators flock to Lake Lanier, hoping to uncover the truth behind the hauntings. Many claim to have captured eerie voices and images of ghostly figures in the water, but no one has been able to explain why the lake seems to target certain people. Is Lake Lanier truly cursed? Are the spirits of the displaced seeking vengeance on the descendants of those who took their land? Or is it simply a series of tragic coincidences? One thing is certain: Lake Lanier may look calm on the surface, but beneath the water lies a dark and deadly secret. Thank you for watching this episode from the Lores of the Past. If you enjoyed this journey into mystery and intrigue, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel. Make sure to turn on the notification bell so you'll be the first to know when our next tale from the past goes live.